there. So today we're going to talk about whether you really have to apply your sunscreen every 2 hours. Let's be honest, it's not practical. Even though we know it's not practical, are we damaging our skin by not reapplying it every 2 hours? I don't reapply it every 2 hours if I don't have to. Highlight if I don't have to. So today we're going to talk about whether you should be reapplying, and if you should, when should you be reapplying every 2 hours? My name is Ora Mukele, and I love teaching ladies how to achieve a clear, even toned skin through good nutrition and a great skincare routine. So before we can talk about how often to apply the sunscreen, let's first understand UV light or sunlight. Now there is direct UV light, then there is diffuse UV light. Now the direct sun UV light is any sunlight that is hitting your skin directly. And what I mean by this, it sounds silly because we like sunlight hits your skin, right? But then you get diffuse UV. And this UV, we experience it when there are buildings and trees and things barriering you and the sunlight. The sunlight will get to you, but there's other things now that are in between you and the sunlight. An example also is being in the house and the sunlight coming in through the window, because it's going to come in through the window, otherwise the room will be dark, right? That's diffuse UV. Okay, so direct sunlight is obviously much more concentrated. By the time it gets to your skin, it's getting to your skin at full force. Diffuse UV light, on the other hand, like if you are in a building or you are in the shadows outside, is not hitting your skin at the same strength that direct sunlight is hitting your skin, because you're in the shade. Make sense? So that being said, if you are in direct sunlight, you need to be reapplying that sunscreen every 2 hours, because you are in direct sunlight the whole day. Now, if you are in diffuse sunlight, you don't actually need to reapply that sunscreen every 2 hours. Something else that makes the sunscreens less efficient, where you actually have to reapply the sunscreen, would be something like sweating a lot or swimming. Now, if you've been sweating a lot and sweating buckets the whole day, chances are some of the sunscreen you applied in the morning is probably gone. So you have to reapply your sunscreen. If you were swimming or you are in the water, you have to reapply your sunscreen. Now, swimming now on its own is quite interesting, because when you are in the water, let's say you're swimming outside, when you're at the beach or in your pool, so when you are in the water, you've got the direct sunlight hitting you, right? But the water reflects sunlight also back to you. So now you've got the sun hitting you, you've got the water itself around you reflecting the sun rays to you. So you're getting a double dose of UV light. So in those situations, I don't care how cloudy it is, you reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours. If you're going to be in that water quite a lot, that's when you reapply your sunscreen. Also, when choosing a sunscreen, make sure that the sunscreen has UVA and UVB protection. That's normally called a broad spectrum sunscreen. UVA protects against the UVA rays which are aging your skin, and UVB protects against the UVB rays that are burning your skin. So you want a broad spectrum sunscreen. If it's not written broad spectrum on the packaging, it probably isn't broad spectrum. You're gonna have to be reapplying your sunscreen every 2 hours if you are not using a broad spectrum sunscreen. Now, if you are not sure that your sunscreen is efficient or good for your skin, or you are not sure which one to buy, I have a free skincare audit where you book a consult with me and we go over your whole skincare routine. You bring your products, and then I take a look at your skincare routine and see if it's actually going to help you protect your skin. So I've left a link in the show notes of this episode. So click on the link and just book a free skincare audit with me. So in conclusion, we don't actually have to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours, but there are situations where you're gonna have to apply that sunscreen every 2 hours. If you're gonna be in the office or indoors the whole day, whatever sunscreen you put on in the morning should be fine for the whole day. Now, if you are going to be outside the whole day in direct sunlight, you are going to have to reapply that sunscreen every 2 hours. If the sun's hitting your skin and your skin is getting warm and you can feel that heat, you're gonna have to be reapplying that sunscreen every 2 hours. If you're gonna be in the shadows and the shade all day, you don't have to reapply the sunscreen every 2 hours. So you play it day by day. You take a look at your routine for that whole day. You play it day by day, and you see when you're gonna be exposed to the sun too much and when you are not, and you work according to that. Okay, so I hope you got a lot of value from this episode. Don't forget to book your slot with me for your free skincare audit, and I will see you in the next episode.